Medicine cabinet, bedside table, underwear drawer.
Bedside. Bedside.
Medicine cabinet, bedside table, underwear drawer. Schultz's favorite speakeasy. What are you protesting? The owner died, didn't he?
He did, which is why the whole building's up for auction. And
Auction. Auction.
he did, which is why the whole building's up for auction. And or some evil developer turns it into a pond quotidian.
Oh, I like Le Pont.
We're doing a petition for landmark status.
Petition. Petition.
We're doing a petition for landmark status.
So I guess their only other option was to ask me to try out.
Wait, they asked you?
Yeah, well, Nate did. I'm now an alternate.
Alternate. Alternate.
Yeah, well, Nate did. I'm now an alternate.
Oh, what about Paolo, the raw food diet family colonics? Or Samir, I know I enjoyed our brief conversion to Islam.
Conversion. Conversion.
Or Samir, I know I enjoyed our brief conversion to Islam.
Action my body may feel for you, my brain knows better, and yours should too. I gotta go. I've got a disciplinary hearing.
Disciplinary. Disciplinary.
I've got a disciplinary hearing. Kelsey, how many times must we tell you? As one of the girls of the steps, you represent Constance royalty.
Royalty. Royalty.
You represent Constance royalty.
So it should come as no surprise that many girls before you have gotten the axe when their choices reflected poorly on us.
Poorly. Poorly.
When their choices reflected poorly on us.
Wait, all this just so you can close the deal?
I do my best work off the radar.
Radar. Radar.
I do my best work off the radar.
Waving the white flag, are we?
Not exactly. I have a proposition for you.
Proposition. Proposition.
I have a proposition for you.
Thank you, Dad. You know, Cedric would get dirty. And then Dan would have to bathe him.
Bathe. Bathe.
And then Dan would have to bathe him.
Isn't that who curfews are for?
Well, you're certainly living up to our expectations, according to Bart.
Accord. Accord.
According to Bart,
But you promised to seduce Vanessa. She needs to be destroyed.
She's your problem. Humphrey doesn't warrant this.
Warrant. Warrant.
She's your problem. Humphrey doesn't warrant this.
the lawyer came back and showed us your proposal, which did indeed include keeping everything as is and lobbying for landmark status.
Landmark. Landmark.
Keeping everything as is and lobbying for landmark status. Keeping everything as is and lobbying for landmark status.
So I was telling the truth?
I'm sure you've done something in your lifetime to deserve getting beamed by an iced beverage.
Beverage. Beverage.
Something in your lifetime to deserve getting beamed by an iced beverage.
Mystique or Ibiza without warning while you and Eric were still in school?
Eleanor always knew when we showed up with our overnight bags.
Overnight. Overnight.
When we showed up with our overnight bags.
That bouncing off the knees thing. I tried it once, but I broke my dad's Gibson. It's very scarring to see your father cry.
Scar. Scar.
And it's very scarring to see your father cry.
He kept his place in booze during Prohibition. So you like old Joe?
Rum runner, womanizer, millionaire.
Rum. Rum.
Rum runner, womanizer, millionaire.
They all used to come here back in the day. Gangsters, fighters, musicians.
Gangster. Gangster.
Gangsters, fighters, musicians.
That was Jenny, and it turns out my dad's making his once-a-year chili, and attendance is mandatory for me and whoever I'm with.
Mandatory. Mandatory.
And attendance is mandatory for me and whoever I'm with.
Huge. Saving a landmark buys us amazing PR. Engenders goodwill in the community.
Engender. Engender.
Engenders goodwill in the community. Plus, it's a great place. Look, Father, let me take you there and show you around. I'll make you a believer, I promise.
I believe.
Believer. Believer.
I'll make you a believer, I promise.
I believe.
Excuse me, I just need to borrow Serena.
You said we were a close-knit family?
Knit. Knit.
You said we were a close-knit family? Luckily, Mom's husband was a raging cokehead, so he left blow everywhere.
Oh my God.
It wasn't everywhere, just on the smooth, shiny surfaces.
Was that?
Shiny. Shiny.
It wasn't everywhere, just on the smooth, shiny surfaces.
Was that?
It wasn't everywhere, just on the smooth, shiny surfaces.
Was that German Klaus with a K or Danish Klaus with a C?
Danish. Danish.
Or Danish Klaus with the C.
That's off.
But the game's not over.
I'm calling it on account of boredom. You're right.
Boredom. Boredom.
Calling it on account of boredom. You're right. You may think you've discovered the hidden Chuck, but you should know he has no real feelings for you whatsoever.
Whatsoever. Whatsoever.
He has no real feelings for you whatsoever. Chuck wanted to get Dan, and I wanted to get you.
So are you telling me that Chuck had his dad's company make an offer on the Brooklyn Inn in order
In.
to make an offer on the Brooklyn Inn in order
Tying up some loose ends. Telling Vanessa that she doesn't mean anything to you. We were just playing chess and...
Chess. Chess.
We were just playing chess and...
It was supposed to be about our new family. But turns out, of course, it was for publicity.
Publicity. Publicity.
But turns out, of course, it was for publicity.
Are you kidding?
Not quite. 8 letters. 3 syllables.
Syllable. Syllable.
8 letters. 3 syllables.